Good morning, and I better smile this morning. I was told I didn't yesterday when I started. Sorry about that. Some people pay attention to every little nuance, don't they? In any case, good morning again. Ninth wave, occupation of Wall Street, total support and great admiration. I'm so glad it finally reached the U.S. That's what I think of what is going on in New York City. It needs to happen in Washington, D.C. as well. Somehow, we the people need to make the media take notice. It is quintessential. That's why I'm starting at 5:55 this morning. Well, it already changed to 5:56, but it was 5:55 when I said good morning. Oh, yes, I watched a number of videos that came out of the Wall Street demonstration yesterday, including Roseanne Barr. I even watched a video with Clinton, which had nothing specifically connected geographically to Wall Street, but he certainly did say that America and our way of life and the way of running this whole thing has been under attack for 30 years, which I agree with him. It was Ronald Reagan's administration that created the horror of the financial deregulation that's going on around the world. So the fact that people are coming out in mass in Manhattan, in lower Manhattan, in the Wall Street district, I think that's a phenomenal thing. I would also suggest that I'd like to see literally millions of Americans taking part in what's going on in New York, and add Washington, D.C. The capital district needs to be made amply aware that the people are sick and tired of the craziness of the financial system and the government corruption that has run rampant for 30 years. It's actually been longer than that. But the 30 years since Ronald Reagan took office and they started deregulating the corporate structure in our world and letting the corporations get away with murder, literally, but financial blackmail and all the other things that they've been doing for the past 30 years in the United States, and its ripple effects have gone out around the world. This is where the heart of the problem is, and of course it's in London too, and it's in the Vatican too, and it's in Israel too. These are the places that need to be addressed, and I would suggest that also LA, the media, the movie industry needs to be made aware, and we need more and more faces that we can identify, like Roseanne Barr. I'd like to see Oprah get on board. I'd like to see a whole bunch of people just get on board and start telling the truth. Make the media sit up and take notice. I mean, you might even need to do the demonstrations around the headquarters of ABC, CBS, NBC, Fox News, CNN. We need to get the attention of the world and demonstrate that we are in favor of total reform of the system, because it takes that. I mean, I was told that there would be massive visible changes in 2011, and I still anticipate that that is true. Some of my friends that I talk to, they don't think it can possibly happen this year. I mean, they still see too much entrenchment of the old regime, the old guard, the old paradigm is still too much in control. The mere fact that the media isn't even covering the Wall Street thing, the mainstream media isn't covering it, is an amazing telltale sign that the corporate structure does not want to even acknowledge that they are in their death throes. They don't even want to acknowledge that, but they have to be in their death throes. It's not the people. It's the system itself that needs to be brought down. The system needs to come down. And if people are supporting the system, the people at the top need to be arrested. I don't know if that 4,000 arrests that was reported is true or not true. As I said at other times, I wrote it somewhere yesterday. I don't remember which correspondence I put it in. But I've heard the talk of arrests in the past. Maybe I said it on the video. Maybe that was it. See, I don't watch my videos after I watch them twice, and that's usually it. I watch it when I finish making the video, and then I watch it when it goes on to YouTube the first time. And after that, I rarely go back and watch a video. And sometimes some of the old ones, when people say that I said something, I don't even remember saying it. But in any case, I wish that some of these reports that come out from Benjamin Fulford and David Wilcock and I really long in my heart. Oh, I was talking to one of my friends and she said, Ron, that's a lot of your wishful thinking. And yes, it is. Yes, it is. I will own that. It is my wishful thinking because I want so much. I want so much to see the results. One of my friends wrote me and said it has to take place inside first. And I know I wrote her back and I said, if we're going to wait for it to take place inside of all the people, the change will never happen. The kingdom of heaven will never manifest on earth if it has to manifest in all of the people at once before it can be shown visibly. Most people aren't going to wake up. That's a given to me. Unless there's some triggering mechanism that happens that will wake everybody up. And usually when triggering mechanisms happen, it has to be something that seems really, really bad and really, really painful. And I'd rather do it if we can possibly do this peaceably and without a lot of cataclysm. That would be my preference. I think that would be the quintessential way to spread this change, to make this change happen, to allow this change to happen. I believe that heaven is on our side. And I've said that all along. I have felt that all along. There are times, another conversation that I had with someone last night, there are times that I know in my heart that it's happening and that it's true. And then there are other times that, quite honestly, I have my doubts because I've been hearing about these changes for so long. For so long. 10 years I've been involved in the 9/11 truth movement. 10 years I've been hearing about Nasara. 10 years I've been hearing about the new structure, the new paradigm taking hold on this planet. And I'm tired of just the words. I can feel it in my heart in my best times of meditation. I can feel the presence of the kingdom of heaven in me and working around me and through me. But I want to see the results. I want to see the results in the physical world. Somebody wrote to me this morning and said that they are just tired of this shithole of the earth, and they're going to see the kingdom of heaven whether they live or die. They're going to see it here if they live. They want to see it here if they remain in the physical form, or they want to just die and see it in the other realm, in the higher dimensions. But I'm not looking for higher dimensional transformation. That's already a given for me. I already know that if my body stops functioning, I'm just going to go into a higher dimension where everything is okay. I didn't come here for that. And neither did a lot of you. We came here to change the world that we're living in, to make the world a safe place for the children, to make the world a safe place for people to live their lives without fear and without lack and without all the lies and the BS that's put down to us from the ivory towers of the media and the corporate structure of our world. This needs to end, and we need to stop it. We need to stop it. We need to stand up for the truth. We need to stand up for peace. We need to stand up for justice. And we need to hold the people accountable that have been running things. Wall Street is a beautiful place for that to happen. And as I said, Washington, D.C., and as I said, the headquarters of the major media. And around the world, we need to take the action to where the rules have been being made, where the edicts have been coming down to humanity. We need to tell the people that have wanted to run the world, sorry, folks, you cannot have your own way. This is a free will zone, and our free will matters more than yours. It's more important that we take care of the masses and that all the people on the planet are honored. All the people's needs are met. There is more than enough. More than enough. And I'm not talking about socialism and conservatism. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about fairness. I'm talking about justice. I'm talking about reality. The reality is everyone deserves a safe place to live. Everyone deserves good food, good water. Everyone deserves to be able to follow their passion and live their dream and work at what is fun for them and fulfilling. Everyone, every man and woman deserves that as our birthright. As our birthright. And I'm not talking about handouts. I'm talking about fair exchange and distribution of all the resources of the world, including money, as long as we still need money. And that's what our world has been running on. That's what we're familiar with. So there needs to be a fair distribution. And yes, Wall Street and Washington, D.C. and the City of London and the Vatican, that's where the problem is. Zionism, that's where the problem is. The media, that's where the problem is. And we need to take it to where the problem is coming from. The problem is the way the system has been working. And the people that have benefited by it, the benefit string needs to be collapsed. The benefit umbrella needs to come down on them. If anybody needs to go to jail, it needs to be the people that are the mega rich people. Justice needs to be taken there. Those people need to wake up and they need to start telling the truth, and they need to see the effects of their actions on others. They need to be made to look at what is happening in the world and not be aloof and not live in the ivory tower. We need to take down the ivory towers. We need to go behind the curtain where the puppeteers have been pulling the strings, and we need to make people see. So I applaud the occupation of Wall Street. I applaud the fact that demonstrations have finally made it to the United States. I'm so proud of the people that are able and willing to do this. And if there was anything going on near me in Florida, I would want to participate and lend my energy to it. I can't travel much at this point in time. I don't have the resources and the ability, but many people do. And I'm grateful for those. I'm grateful for those who are standing in my place. And in spirit, I am standing with you and I am applauding you. I am so pleased to see what is happening. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart for your involvement. And those of you that can't be there, find a way to support, even if it's getting on and sharing on YouTube and Facebook and stuff like that. Share with your networks. Talk about what's going on. Make people realize that it's time for a change. It's no more time to be putting it off till some other time. The time is now. We need the changes right now. I will add just a word in closing. It doesn't look like I'm going to get my computer. The hard drive is not readable. My friend Moose was unable to accomplish that. He still has the hard drive. I don't know what we're going to do. I still do not have any of my old files from 2010 and 2011. I do hope that somehow I can get at least most of what I have back, even if I can't get that one document that's so meaningful to me. Anyway, thank you for your loving support and your prayers. Namaste. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.